And now to the Netflix new dramedy about the complexities of grief. The film gives viewers a rare portrait of what loss looks like in adulthood. The heartfelt, heartbreaking, and hopeful moments are all captured in Good Grief. Take a look.
Death is so hard because your brain has been trained to feel things for a person. When they go away, your head is still operating under the impression that it should feel those things for that person. Like muscle memory.
I think we'll hold off on the will for today.
Do I look older to you? I feel like I've aged a lot.
No.
Yes, your husband just died. You're allowed. My God.
We are so excited to have the director and star of the film, Dan Levy, and his co-star, Ruth Negga, with us today. Guys, thank you so much. You have this cast of characters and the complexity between them, and then this big event happens, and there's loss. The moments in Good Grief capture lessons of friendships and romance that you would see in a romantic comedy, but you see them here too, and there's romance as well. Was that what you set out to do?
I would argue it's almost the inverse. What I wanted to say with this movie is that the friendships deserve the spotlight. So it's the reverse. It's kind of a love story about friendships, and the romance lives on the side. And for everyone out there who's, you know, unpartnered and their friendships are the great loves of their life, as they are for me, it's a movie about that. It's a movie that really centers friendship in the wake of a great loss, and it was a very meaningful story to tell for me.
Well, the romance you're talking about in the film is between your character, Mark, and your late husband, Oliver, who we meet in the beginning, but it also shows the love, as you're talking about, of your friends.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that.
Can you both relax, please?
Marcus. Lovey. We have been here for you whenever you've needed us for almost a year now. We built you the nest, and we sat on you for a year. It's time to hatch.
I like watching actors watch themselves act.
I just love watching Ruth Negga on screen.
She's amazing, right?
Unbelievable.
Ruth, that dynamic, you know, you trying to be the best friend you can be to someone who's had this incredible loss. What's that like as an actor?
Well, I mean, as Dan said, I mean, why I was drawn to this project was, I think, for me, it was an authentic celebration of the very real connections that you have with your pals, you know, and how they support you through the hardest times of your life. But we do need sort of a gentle nudge, as Sophie says, out of the nest, because we do need to sort of pick ourselves up and carry on, even though, you know, we might feel like not doing that at all. And I think that's what our friends are there for, you know, is to remind us that there's a whole life out there that we must re-engage with.
You really built up the characters and their friendship. I'm curious, for both of you, why do you think grief is such a hard topic to approach in a film like this?
Grief can be very confusing. And I found myself constantly asking myself, was I doing enough? Am I honoring, in my case, it was I lost my grandmother. Am I honoring her enough? What are my feelings? Are they enough? And what a strange question to ask yourself in the wake of something so sad. And yet, in sharing the script with people and letting people into the idea as I was writing it, I was realizing other people were having these questions. And that felt worthwhile. It felt like a worthwhile conversation to push out into the world, so that perhaps if there are people at home who are wondering whether they're doing it properly or really questioning their own relationship to grief, that maybe there's something to look to that makes them feel less isolated.
What do you both hope? And of course, you as the writer, you have your hopes, but also acting in it and being a part of it. What do you hope people take away from this film when it comes to grief?
Oh, I think I hope that people feel less alone, and that you know, maybe it helps us understand that grief isn't something you solve, you know, it's something that you move through at your own pace, in your own organic way.
I do hope that it acts as a comfort to people, because grief can be an incredibly sort of lonely experience, and I think to put something out there that hopefully allows people to feel a sense of community around it is important.
And Ruth, thank you so much. The
thank you.
film is
Thank you so
beautiful.
much.
It's wonderful to meet both of you. And you can watch Good Grief now, streaming on Netflix.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.